Long ago, in a distant land where mountains met the clouds, there were 3 wandering monks. They did not reside in temples, nor did they take on disciples. Each carried an old cloth bag and traveled from village to forest, living simply through alms and meditating amidst nature. What puzzled people most was that they never preached, never spoke of scriptures, and never gave sermons. They simply walked and let go. Wherever they went, every morning, they would place their bags in the center of the village and say, "Put in here what weighs the heaviest in your heart." At first, the villagers were confused. Some placed a small stone, some a note with their regrets, while others didn't know what to give, and simply bowed their heads and wept. The monks never spoke a word. They only placed their palms together and bowed to each offering. By evening, they would empty the bag in an open field. The wind carried away the paper, stones remained still on the earth, and the tears dried upon the grass. Then they moved on. The bag, once again, was empty. Over time, word of them spread. People from faraway lands came seeking relief. They no longer placed material things in the bag, but rather their anger, fears, jealousy, regrets, even the enemies in their minds. No one truly understood how these invisible burdens could be put into a bag. But strangely, those who did felt lighter, as if they had laid down a weight they had carried for far too long. One day, after many years of journeying, one of the monks collapsed on a village path. The villagers panicked and gathered around. None had ever seen any of the 3 fall ill or show signs of weariness. A heavy silence fell. The remaining 2 monks sat in meditation beside their fallen companion. They did not cry, nor did they show sorrow. As always, they placed the cloth bag before them, but this time said nothing at all. Then they quietly stood and walked away. The villagers were perplexed. Why did they not mourn their friend? Why did they continue as if nothing had happened? That night, they opened the bag. Inside, there was nothing but a neatly folded piece of paper. On it, these words were written: "If you carry it, it is a burden. If you put it down, it is freedom. This body, too, I have laid down." The entire village fell into silence. The elders sat still. The children dared not laugh or speak. That night, the villagers gathered firewood and held a cremation ceremony for the monk. When the flames rose, there was no dark smoke, only a gentle light, like dawn breaking through the morning mist. The next morning, the 2 remaining monks returned. They said nothing, simply bowed 3 times before the ashes. Then, they placed the empty bag on the ground once more. A young girl stepped forward and gently placed a flower into it. The oldest monk looked at the child and smiled. For the first time in many years, the villagers saw a smile. Soft and light, like wind brushing through leaves. This tale of the 3 monks and their empty bag is more than just a curious story. It is a mirror reflecting the path of letting go, a path that leads to inner freedom. They didn't need to preach, for their quiet presence and gentle actions were already the most profound teaching. Through each object placed in the bag, whether it was a stone, a piece of paper, or the invisible weight of emotions, people came to realize that what burdens the heart is not the world outside, but the clinging within. When we become mindful enough to see what we are carrying and compassionate enough to release it, that very moment becomes a moment of liberation. Even death, which humans often fear, becomes gentle when we understand it as simply the final act of putting down. And when we learn to let go in daily life, we too may one day smile, as lightly as the monk did, as freely as a drifting flower. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who might be carrying an invisible bag of their own. Perhaps one small gesture from you today can help another begin to let go and find peace within. Don't forget to like to help spread this message of compassion comment to share what you've put down, and subscribe so you don't miss future healing stories. And be sure to turn on the notification bell so that whenever a new video arrives, it can gently remind you. It's time to pause, take a deep breath, and let go. Just a little more.